Hey everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today onwards, we will study about object-oriented programming, that is also known as OOPS. Now first, let me read out the definition. OOPS is centered around the concept of objects and classes. You write classes that represent real-world things, and you create objects based on these classes. In simple language, everything around us are objects, which belongs to a particular class. So class is the blueprint for creating objects. An object is the instance of a class. Let me give you some example. Organization. If an organization is a class and the employees are objects, they belong to the organization. They are equipped with general behavior that an organization have. Okay, let's think vehicle. Vehicle is a class. Truck, bike, bicycle, these are objects because these holds some general features of the vehicle. Suppose a vehicle must have some engine, wheels. So the objects like the truck or the bike or the car, they must have all these features of vehicle. Now you can give them whatever unique traits you desire. So you understand the concept of classes and objects. Classes are blueprint and object is the instance of a class. So objects are whatever all around us, everything. I have a laptop, that is an object. That may belong to any class, like it may belong to a machine. Okay, so objects are also known as the instances of a class. Now let me create an object. Okay, I'll create a class, dog class. So first I have to write the keyword class, name of the class, any name you want to provide, colon. Then you can give any docstring. Docstring, you remember we studied during function that explains about what we are going to write about dog class. This is not mandatory. It is a good practice. Now inside the class, we will have attributes and functions. Function starts with a def keyword. Now I have to give init. I will explain this. Inside this, we will pass some parameter. Self, name, age. Okay. Now self dot name equals to name, self dot age equals to age, def sit self. Don't worry about self. Now print self dot name is now sitting. Okay, I will write one more function, def act self print formatted string self dot name is now acting. Okay, so this is the syntax of a class. Starts with a class function, name, semicolon, docstring, and inside this you can write functions. Now let me explain you what I have written one by one. First one is init, double underscore, init, double underscore. This is a special method that Python runs automatically whenever we create a new instance based on the dog class. Whenever we will create an object, this function will run automatically. Okay, but all other functions are not like that. They will only execute when they are called, just like the concept of functions. But this is a function that will automatically execute whenever the object is called. That is why double underscore is given so that you can differentiate between this special method with other methods. Now see, init method has three parameters: self, name, age. Self parameter is required in the method definition and it should be at the first position before the other parameters. When Python calls this method, this init method, to create an instance of dog, to create an object of dog, the method call will automatically pass the self argument. So whenever we create an instance, this function will be automatically executed. Now let me create an object first. My dog equals to dog, comma 6. Tom is the name, 6 is the age. So Tom name will be passed to this name parameter, 6 will be passed to the age parameter. Okay. So whenever I execute this line, automatically an object will be created. The name of the object is my dog. It will automatically call the dog function and execute this method where self is a reference to the instance, name is Tom, age is 6. And now this individual instance, my dog, can access this attribute. Attributes is like name, age for a dog. Now these are the functions, other functions. You can write as many functions as you want depending on your requirements. Now there are two terms. One is attribute, another one is functions. What is the difference? Like suppose you have a car. The color of the car is an attribute. But when it is in work, like driving the car, that is known as function. The name of the dog is an attribute. Age of the dog is an attribute. Color of the dog is an attribute. But when the dog is doing some work, like it is sitting or it is playing, eating, these are known as functions. So that is the difference between attribute and functions. Okay, but these functions, when they are written inside a class, they are known as methods. So there is no specific difference between method and function. The concept is same, but when it is written inside a class, it is known as a method. So now onwards, we will talk. These are attributes. These are methods. Okay. So dog is a class. My dog is an object. This is an special method, also known as constructor. This must contain the self attribute because self is a reference to the object, to the instance, and other parameters depending on your requirements. These are known as attributes. Whenever I call this, whenever I execute this statement, automatically my dog will be passed as self, and for my dog dot name, the name will be given, that is Tom. For my dog age, age will be passed, that is 6. So if I try to print, like if now I want to print my dog dot name, then the name of the dog will be printed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have not executed this. Okay. If I want to print age, now let me give you another example. Here, see, this is a class person. I have not written anything inside it. Now, what is person one? This is an object of the person class, an instance of the person class. Now, it consists of two things. One is attribute, person dot name, person one dot name, person one dot age. So these are attribute. Now, when we define any behavior, like what the person is doing, performing any function, that is known as method. Clear? See here, the init constructor is defined. Self, name, age. This is a method. Person 1 is an object. Person is a class. Alice as a name will be passed. Person 1. Self is reference to person 1. Name, Alice, age 30. Now if you call the function, see, person 1 is an object. So it can access all the properties of the class. Now if it access person 1 dot greet, that means this function, this method, to be more clear, this method will be executed. Okay. So this is all about classes, objects, attributes, and methods. Okay. In our next lesson, we will continue this. So till then, bye. Happy learning.